Hello class, today we will be discussing the pillow method, a tool for building empathy. Before we begin, it is incumbent that we elaborate on some background terminology. The term sympathy refers to having compassion for another's situation. As an example, those of you with a soft spot will feel sorry for the cute little puppy in the bottom left image. On the other hand, empathy is the ability to project oneself into another person's point of view, so as to experience the other's thoughts and experiences. As demonstrated in the bottom right image, the empathy bear feels your pain.
The pillow method, in theory, is a way of understanding an issue from several perspectives, rather than with an egocentric, I am right and you are wrong attitude. One important thing to note is that there are 5 branches, or pillows, in this theory.
Go Pikachu! Thunderbolt! Yes, sick, it's super effective. Come on.
Dr. Behbahani!
Yes?
The patient's aneurysm has burst in the posterior lobe of the brain. The increasing pressure from the hemorrhage is going to kill him if we don't relieve the pressure right away.
Dr. Maula, didn't you get your MD in Bangladesh?
Yes sir, I did.
Makes sense. Your diagnosis is completely inaccurate. You obviously have no idea what you're talking about. I'm taking a patient to the OR room. Let a real doctor handle this. As we saw in this first clip, the ER specialist's diagnosis was completely brushed off by the arrogant trauma surgeon, who didn't agree with his fellow practicing physician. This is a perfect representation of position 1 of the pillow method, referred to as I'm right, you're wrong. In this perspective, we immediately see the virtues in our position and find fault with anyone who happens to disagree with us. Going back once again to our example, the trauma doctor already had a diagnosis for the patient and completely brushed off the second opinion of the ER doctor. Continuing on, we will now show you a second video clip.
Dr. Behbahani!
Yes?
The patient's aneurysm has burst in the posterior lobe of the brain.
That's interesting. I thought the patient's blurry vision was strictly due to Graves' ophthalmopathy.
No sir. We took an MRI scan and indicated severe hemorrhaging of the posterior lobe of the brain, causing the increased pressure on the optic nerve. If we don't do something quick, the patient won't make it.
Oh wow, good job Dr. Maula. I guess you're right on this one. I guess I misdiagnosed the patient after all. As indicated in the second video clip, the trauma surgeon initially thought that he had the correct diagnosis. However, he was soon told by the more novice ER specialist that his diagnosis was inaccurate. The trauma doctor, despite his seniority and expertise, put aside his bias and took the side of the ER specialist. This is a perfect example of position 2 of the pillow method, referred to as you're right, I'm wrong.
Dr. Behbahani!
Yes?
The increasing pressure from the hemorrhage is going to kill him if we don't relieve the pressure right away.
That's interesting. I thought the patient's blurry vision was strictly due to Graves' ophthalmopathy and his pinching of the optic nerve.
Oh, that's a good point. The patient's blood test did indicate a high level of T3 and T4 hormones, as well as a physical examination revealed the presence of nodular goiter. Could it be that it's a combination of both their diagnoses?
Wow, doctor, we make a pretty good team. Seems like we figured it out. Let's go help this patient out before it's too late. This video represented the third position of the pillow method, referred to as both right, both wrong. In this example, both physicians acknowledged the strengths and weaknesses of each person's argument. They were able to find the commonalities between their position and the others. Due to their ability to do so, they were able to quickly and efficiently diagnose the patient and proceed with further treatment in an attempt to hopefully save the patient's life.
Come on. Dr. Behbahani!
Yes?
The patient's
aneurysm has burst in the posterior lobe of the brain. The increasing pressure from the hemorrhage is going to kill him if we don't relieve the pressure right away.
Wasn't that unfortunate? I just got a new Call of Duty game in the mail, and man, I am dying to go snipe some fools.
Friendly Cobra inbound. Heads up.
Headshot! Now how's that for a hemorrhage, huh? Yeah!
Man, this is ridiculous. My game, and you beat me at it every time.
Yeah.
Wait, I wonder what happened to the patient. Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, the patient is crashing. Yeah, I'm sure the triage nurse can handle it.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, yeah. Right here.
Woo! Yeah, let's get
Sick
that
game, man. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
As demonstrated in this absolutely ridiculous scenario, both physicians completely ignored the needs of the patient due to the fact that they perceived the issue as something that wasn't important. This is a perfect example of the fourth position of the pillow method, referred to as the issue isn't as important as it seems.
Dr. Behbahani!
Yes?
The increasing pressure from the hemorrhage is going to kill him if we don't relieve the pressure right away.
That's interesting. I thought the patient's blurry vision was strictly due to Graves' ophthalmopathy and his pinching of the optic nerve.
I'm not sure if I completely agree with your diagnosis. The MRI and CT scans indicate the pressure is being caused by an intracranial hemorrhage.
Well, I have reason to believe that the patient is experiencing conditions from both their diagnoses. We should continue quickly with further testing. Let's not waste any time wondering who's right and who's wrong, as this patient's life is on the line. That is the most important factor. Let's not forget our role as physicians.
You're right. Let's go.
Finally, we reach the fifth position, which is otherwise known as our conclusion. There is truth in all four perspectives. This final step is to recognize that each of the four positions has its merit. Although logic might suggest that it's impossible for a position to be right and wrong, important and unimportant, the physician's experiences in this video, as an example, show that there was some truth in each of the positions that they have explored.
Yeah.